Hi everyone, I'd like to introduce our newest IP utility version 4, okay? And to start out with this recording, I'd like to show you the design concepts, the basic design concepts under this new design. And there are three main topics. One is the speed, two, the mass configuration, and three, the automation that it carries. Okay, now let me demonstrate. Double click and then look at how fast it is when it searches for your devices on your network. Now, so in an instant, it will tell you all the devices. It will show what kind of devices, the IP, the MAC address, the firmware version, the model, the serial number, and then its multicast IP. Okay, and then furthermore, it will show you the status, whether it's got conflict or things like that. Okay, so it's pretty smart, this new IP utility, and then we're expecting it to be very helpful in your installation. Okay, especially with the speed that it's got, it's going to save you a lot of installation time. Okay, and hence it will reduce your cost and make more money for you eventually. Now, and secondly, let me demonstrate the mass configuration. We also call it the global function. Okay. Now you can see that there's an account and password here. So basically, if on a project or on site you have multiple devices that's got the same account name and password, which usually is the case, all you got to do is enter the same the single account and password, and then you can log in. Like through links here, you can log in to your cameras automatically, okay, without typing the account and password again. Okay, so this is the basic concept of the global function, and this is the whole design is based on for the new IP utility version 4. And now you can select all devices as a global function if you want to make any setting or configuration changes. So now let's not do that. Let's just select a few. Okay, so now I selected 4, and if I want to do any configurations to these 4 devices, I just need to click here. So for device settings, and for example, if you go to motion and you click here, you want to set motion device settings, and you come into here, you can adjust any configurations you have under motion to this 4 devices that you have selected. So it's more of a one-to-many configuration, which in our concept, it saves you installation time and cost and earns you money eventually. And now same thing as the video and audio. Click for these 4 devices. You can set the video and audio settings through here. Just apply it, and it will apply everything to the 4 devices you have selected, or more if you have selected them, or every single channel. Okay, and then this global concept is pretty important because this changes our whole IP utility, the usage of our new IP utility. So if you get hands-on with it, and you get a hang of it with just a few clicks quickly and efficiently, it will set up everything, all the devices that you have here on your network. Okay, and lastly, never before, this function is incorporated into our IP utility. Now it's called the URL command. Okay, now you can click send URL command to devices, and same concept. You can send all URL commands to all the devices. Okay, you have selected the commands are here. Just enter it, whether it's system or encoder, and there's a little help here for commonly used commands. Okay, and then apply, and it will apply to all of your devices globally. Okay, so this is the main 3 concepts: the speed, the mass global configuration. Okay, and then in my next Camtasia, I'll show you how the automation will work. Okay, thank you for listening. Hi everyone, this will be the continuation of the IP utility 4 introduction, part 2. A continuation from the part 1, and we're going over the last part of the newest feature in our IP utility 4, which is the automation of the IP utility. And then let me demonstrate. Okay, so double click on the IP utility, and now you can see that it automatically discovered 6 cameras. Okay, 6 cameras with the same IP addresses, Okay, so therefore the status tells you that the IP address is in conflict with another. As a warning, okay, in the previous version, you will have to go back to each camera and then change its IP addresses one by one. But in this version, I've fixed that. So we can select all, and then we can click on change network address and apply. So when we come back, all the cameras will be changed accordingly without conflict automatically. So this is one of the greatest milestones in our US IP design concept. Okay. Continue with where we left over from the introduction just now from the part 2 of the I2 version 4, where we're trying to do a demonstration on automation, on changing automatically of the IP addresses that's conflicting. Okay, now after we have changed, applied to change network address automatically, now you can see that previously when all the cameras have .100 conflicts, now the IP utility automatically assigns .102, 103, 104, 105, 106 respectively to each of the cameras. And you can see here it skipped .101. Well, that's because my computer here is using .101. So the IP utility is smart enough to filter out the conflicting ones and then assign accordingly. Okay, so this is one of the very powerful functions that we have in our IP utility version 4. Essentially, it saves you time during installation configuration, so eventually it will save you cost in the long run. Okay, and after other than that, we also have a very smart upgrade. Okay, so basically we can select a camera here and we can choose firmware upgrade, and the IP utility will select whether it's a camera, video encoder firmware image, or ISP image, whichever you want to do. And you can just the IP utility will upgrade the latest firmware after you specify which folder it is in, and it would select the latest firmware for you. Okay, if not, you can always select the specific firmware in wherever you have put the file in your folder. Okay, so and of course you can do it globally. Basically, you can select more than one device and do the upgrading, and the IP utility will be intelligent enough to filter out which is the latest and which is the correct firmware for whichever camera you have selected. Okay, so that's another part of the automation. Okay, and then other than that, this is it. This is the final part of the whole introduction to our IP utility version 4. Okay, thank you for listening.